Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are brand new here. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you my second eyeshadow look featuring the new Revolution Kisu eyeshadow and highlighting palette. I shared with you an original look, let me just open it up, using the rose gold shade. So that was a very, I suppose, feminine look. I mean, this is still a feminine look, but it's something a little bit different. So today I wanted to share with you an eyeshadow look featuring the shade Maldives. Now, I've had a lot of comments about this shade from you saying that you're going to use it as eyeliner, which is fantastic, or putting it underneath the eye. I wanted to do a look where it's actually featured on the lid, just to share with you what it looks like, you know, when you feature it on the lid. And I think it looks really, really good. So I cannot wait to actually share with you how I created it. What I also love about this palette is that it's one of those palettes, and I don't usually get really excited and can see multiple looks from an eyeshadow palette, but this one I can already see another look featuring these grungier shades, which I really love at the moment. So I cannot wait to share with you more looks from this palette. I also just want to go through a couple of products. So the lip products that I'm using today is from Revolution, and it is the Renaissance lipstick, and also the Renaissance lip liner in Greatest. Really love this. This is my perhaps all-time favourite. I'm on a new one because I've used up the last one again. Absolutely love it. Beautiful lip colour. And I had also a lot of comments yesterday about my actual nail polish. This is from Kiko. It is the Smart Fast Dry Nail Lacquer from Kiko in the shade 159. Is it 9? Yeah, 159. And it's this beautiful yellow shade. Now, I'm not into cream yellow shades, and in fact I've been searching for a yellow nail polish for a long time, and really love a shimmer, a sheen to it. And like I said, I don't like that cream formulation, so when I came across this one, perfect. Not only that, it's got like it's yellow, but it's also gold, and I love it. And like I say, you mentioned in your comments to me yesterday how much you loved it. Where did I pick it up from? And it was Kiko. What I also want to mention is that this is £2.50, so it's an absolute bargain. But at the moment at Kiko, and I hope that they've still got it ongoing, you can purchase 2 of these nail polishes and then get 2 free. So you spend £5 and you're getting £5 worth of product free. So I had to mention that, like I say, because I did receive a lot of comments from you yesterday. Now I'm just going to put on my headband just to take my hair off my face a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going in with, as always, my Primark PSI contour brush. I'm still getting comments from you saying that this brush is making its way back to Primark, so I'm really pleased. Obviously, if you can't get hold of this brush, do use whatever you have within your brush collection, whatever you're comfortable using. This is what I absolutely love. Now I'm going in with Cookie Dough to start with. That shade there is the one that I actually started off my first eye look with, but it's one of those shades that really does work so well, just to give me a base. So I'm just going to put that on in the crease and above. And even though it's a really light shade, it's got some pigmentation that can be built up, and I really like it as a base. It is just stunning. And not only that, I suppose if you're not allowed to wear eyeshadow for whatever reason, you're not much anyway, you could wear this. So you know, as a little bit of something, but not too much. So really love that. So that's the first shade on Cookie Dough. Now, I then went in with, and this is totally different, so obviously I wanted to use different shades, and the first shade is called October, or second shade is October, and it's this orange red brown shade. So again, I'm going to be using the same brush. If you're not comfortable using the same brush, use whatever brush you feel comfortable using, and I'm just going to get a little bit of that on the brush, and again I'm going to pop it in the crease, and I'm going to take it up quite high. Now don't worry if you go all over the shade Cookie Dough. Cookie Dough is a beautiful base, but if you go all the way over that, that's fine. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of that. Really, really love the pigmentation to these eyeshadows. They also lasted, which is another reason why I wanted to do a second look, so I could give you a little bit of feedback. Really lasted well on the eye. And again, it was one of those occasions where you take your makeup off just before you go to bed and you think, don't really want to take my makeup off because I like it so much and I really enjoyed my look yesterday. I'm just taking that up as well, like that. So that is the second. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more over here. So that's the second shade applied. So that one was October. I wanted to deepen it up a little bit. Obviously, if you don't have hooded eyes or you're just happy with this, the two as your base Cookie Dough and then October. But because I've got hooded eyes, I tend to find that if I don't put a deeper shade in the crease, then it just makes my eyes look hooded, or keeps them looking hooded, I suppose. Now, the shade that I went in with when I shared with you the first eye look that I loved, there is two deep shades. There's Clumsy, which is a cooler toned shade, and then there's Vampire. So this is Clumsy, this is Vampire. I think out of the two so far, I'm obsessed with the shade Vampire. It's got a little bit of a burgundy tone to it, and it just works with the eye looks that I want to create. So again, on the same brush, I'm going to just put that through the crease. Like that. So just run it through the crease. I don't necessarily want to take it up, just want that in the crease there, and on this area here I'm just going to swirl the brush like that just to blend it out in that area, and that is basically all I want to do. Really, really love that combination as well. I'm just going to run that through the crease. There we go. I just love it. I've really got some favourite shades from this palette already. Now what I'm going to do on the same brush, I'm just going into October again, and I'm going to run that underneath the lash line. Obviously, if you don't like to wear your eyeshadow underneath the lash line, then obviously do miss this step, but I just love it. It works with my eye shape, and yeah, really, really love it. In fact, I don't really feel like my eye look is complete without eyeshadow on the lash line, lower lash line. Now I'm only taking it 3/4 of the way along because I am going to be applying an inner corner highlight as always. So that is basically the matte base applied. Now here we go with the bright colour. So of course I'm going in with the shade Maldives. I really like the idea of wearing, these neutral shades and then having a pop of colour on the lid. Now I start off by going in with my finger. I've also tried a cut crease, and because of my eye shape, it just doesn't work for me, but obviously if it does work for you, then you can cut your crease then with concealer. I'm now going to swap to a Wilko brush, and it's quite flat, and these are only 95 pence. I really, really like the fact that when you purchase inexpensive items like eye brushes, for example, and I've got quite a few of these as well. I really like that, you know, if these, I mean, these have lasted me forever and ever. So at least about 5 years, some of these brushes. I do get one or two, you know, now and again. Every time I go into Wilko, I'll pick up another one, for example. But yeah, really, really love it that things are so easily replaced, if you know what I mean. So if you get a brush set, I suppose that's 30 or 40 or 50 up to 100, and you know, you need to replace them. It's just so expensive. So I always like to bring inexpensive products to you. So that's the shade Maldives. I'm now going to swap to another brush now. It's the Primark PS Pro Shading Eye Brush. It is a pencil brush. Again, you know, do just use either a pencil brush of your choice, or if you have got this, this is what I'm going to be using. I don't know why, but Primark had these for quite a while and then they've discontinued them, like they tried to discontinue this one, but obviously they're now bringing them back to the stores. I'm just going to blend that into that, not quite sure, is it blue, is it green, not quite sure, but anyway, I'm blending that shade Ivy, which is a beautiful inner corner highlight. So just blending that in and around the inner corner. Just love these eyeshadows. Like that. I'm just going to get my brush and just blend everything out. So that is the eyeshadows applied. I just want to add now a little bit of liner, and of course I'm going to be using the Revolution HD Smoky Waterproof Eyeliner in black. It is only available in black, and the reason why I tell you is, you know, in case you think that it's black brown or, you know, brown, you know, I like to tell you that it's black. Also, I am going to be using the Primark PS Amplif-eyed Mascara. I don't know why I say anymore, because, you know, you all know that's the one I use, but obviously if you are new here, I love it. There. So that's the mascara on. Now, of course, when I shared with you the first look, I didn't apply any of the highlight at all. I have today, obviously on this side that's complete. Really, really loved how it applied as well. And you've got two to choose from in this palette. You have got Marshmallow there, which is much more light tone. I'm not too keen on these kind of tones. They're just a little bit too harsh for my skin tone, or how I, you know, choose to wear my makeup. This one, Khaleesi, which I've been told is a name from Game of Thrones, which I have watched actually 3 series, but it didn't didn't come to me that Khaleesi is from Game of Thrones, but it was a long time. It's not a series that I actually am obsessed with, but I know there are a lot of people that are. I'm more into the vampire, as I mentioned before. Really love those series. Twilight is one of my favourites, and I do have the whole box set. So Khaleesi is the highlight that I'm going to be sharing with you today and wearing. Like I say, I just love it. But you could use, you know, if you're the same as me, you could use Marshmallow as an eyeshadow or inner corner highlight, however you would like to wear them. Another brush is one of these. So it's one of the Flex brushes from Revolution. Love this. I never used this, the smaller end, but I mean, this has really changed how I apply my highlight. I used to use the Morphe, is it the M501, I think, that famous highlight brush, but I found that not only does it shed, it just gave me that line, and I do like a little bit more of a blended look. So I'm just going to now apply Khaleesi onto the higher point of my cheek. Obviously you won't be able to see this too well, but actually I'll turn my head around that way. I hope you can see that. It's quite subtle, so it's not what I would say, you know, really, really blinding, but it is buildable, and I just love the warmth of these highlights. I'll just add a little bit more this side so you can see that you can build it up. It is just beautiful. It's stunning. I don't really wear a lot of highlight. I mentioned this the other day, I should really wear highlight. It's sunny, obviously it really works in the sun, but I just find because my face is or my skin is very oily, I just find I've got a lot of natural sheen to my face anyway. So that is my second eyeshadow look featuring the Revolution and Kisu eyeshadow highlighter palette. I am obsessed with this palette, not only for the packaging. Anybody who loves pink is going to love this, and I really love the romantic, or the romance of the lettering as well of Kisu's name. Absolutely love it. Obviously I will link my original video down below so you can see that, and I will just give you a close-up. So there is that shade Maldives for you. I hope you found that helpful. If you're thinking, you know, it's such a bright shade, I'm just going to have to use it for, you know, lining underneath the eye, for that pop of colour. It works beautifully on the lid as well. And if you wanted to, you could perhaps add the shade Ivy in the middle just to lighten that, or go all over that lid just to lighten it if you didn't want it as deep as this. But yeah, I'd really love to hear your thoughts on the eye look, on the palette. If you've picked it up, what are you thinking to it? What are you thinking to the highlight? Absolutely love it. Beautiful. And yeah, if you are brand new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. Do select that notification bell, but I do upload every single day, so if you don't receive that notification, then obviously do check out my channel to check which videos you've perhaps not watched yet. But yeah, it's only Sundays that I don't upload. But until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you. Bye.